We've grown to know and love in this great nation. You don't have to be. That's right.
When I was growing up, Three Dog Night, completely idolized them. We're pretty excited about standing here on this stage. They're going to be playing a couple more hours there. We have been together for about 21 years, going on 22. We're still in our 30s, but we started young. Somebody called me a liar out there. We're going to play some classic rock. We wrote most of these songs, but before they were classic. That's right. We're going to switch it to a little funk. Prince wrote this song, but we kind of like the Tom Jones version. We kind of like our version better.
Go, Tommy!
You don't have to.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the grand opening of the Linn County Fair. Tonight, we'd like to do something new. We'd like to start a program tonight by recognizing all of those who have served our community and this great nation by putting on the military uniform. Abraham Lincoln once said, "I like to see a man proud of the place in which he lives." He added, "I like to see a man who lives so that his place will be proud of him." We at Linn County are very proud of all of the Oregonian servicemen and women who are willing to go into harm's way so that we can enjoy all the freedoms we've grown to know and love in this great nation. Our community is so better served because of their contributions, their selflessness, their service to this nation, as we as individuals are also better because of just their example. With all of you in the audience tonight who are currently serving in the military, any branch of the U.S. military, or have served in the U.S. military, would you please stand up? All of you who are currently serving or have ever served. Please remain standing. With the rest of you, please stand so we can begin tonight's ceremony and concert with the national anthem. So unless you're in uniform, remove your hats, place your right hand over your heart as Kathy Osborne of Lebanon sings the national anthem.
All right, let's give it up for Will Tucker. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets rattling, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
So you're doing it already, but I want you to thank, that's Kathy Osborne of Lebanon. She's an up-and-coming, award-winning country singer. She's a 2005 Talent Quest winner and has just come back from trying out for the X Factor in the Bay Area. Woo! Yeah. Thank you. Make yourself comfortable. So patriotism is devotion, and it's love and support of our defense of one's country. But what do those words mean really to all of us? We all love our families, we support our neighbors, we're devoted to our communities, our churches. But we do these in part because we have a stake in those things. The men and women who put on our uniform of our country, they're no different from the rest of us. They have homes, they have wives, husbands, children. They, though, the difference is they're out saving our country. They're out there, the same love, the same feelings that we have, but they have this higher calling. By virtue of their membership in the armed forces, they've taken on an additional love and support that is so much greater. They love and support, as all of us do, but they demonstrate it by their duty and commitment to the United States American people. So this is hard for me, right? Some of you guys know my son. The Bible says there's no greater love than to lay down one's life for one's friends. This is the added quality that all these servicemen and women have above all the rest of us who don't serve and haven't not served. For they have chosen to put aside their own wants, their own needs, in service to our nation. They are the edge of the sword. They're the tip of the sword of our national foreign policy. And for that, we should be eternally grateful. So tonight, we want to recognize a very, very special young man, Sergeant Major Sean Mishra, currently the Oregon National Guard. We recognize Sergeant Mishra, but he represents all of the military members from Lynn County in Oregon, past, present, and future. For his contributions, we want to recognize him for his contributions to our state, our nation. Sergeant Mishra joined the Army in 1990, 15 different foreign tours, including tours in the Special Forces where he rose in ranks and skill. One of those times in 2006, Sergeant Major Mishra was deployed as part of a joint Special Operations Task Force responsible for training Afghan soldiers. His unit was assigned to the Spir Guam area of the Panjwai district near Kandahar in southern Afghanistan. His unit, I apologize for notes, but it just tears me apart that I can't do it without notes. This area's responsibility was near a strategic base for the Taliban. His team, working closely with the Canadian Army, and the Afghan national soldiers worked to rid the area of enemy fighters. During one effort to secure this Spirwan Gar area and drive out enemy soldiers, Sergeant Major Mishra and his team exchanged small arm fires with enemy combatants. Both sides suffered casualties and loss. While Sergeant Major Mishra's vehicle advanced in the conflict area, it was destroyed. He was blown out of his Humvee. While his team continued fighting for several hours, Sergeant Mishra and a team were later evacuated to a military hospital in the area. As a result, Sergeant Mishra was awarded the Bronze Star with a Valor V, a Purple Heart. Furthermore, which is why we sort of chose him, his heroism that day, the heroism of all of those Special Forces soldiers, was so unique that the Canadian government was compelled to issue to a U.S. unit for the first time ever the Canadian Presidential Unit Citation. It was later reported that Sergeant Mishra's team was fighting against Taliban forces who numbered in the hundreds. We're talking about a small team, 40 guys against hundreds of Afghan Taliban fighters. In spite of the insurmountable odds, he and his team were eventually successful in preventing the Taliban from establishing a stronghold and therefore saved an entire region of Afghan from falling in Taliban control. Think about that. I find that incredible. I cannot think of a better example of devotion and service to his country, to a cause, and to his unit. So ladies and gentlemen, please help me in welcoming Army Sergeant Major Sean Mishra.
I'm not sure exactly what to say on that one. Outside of a few people I work with, pretty much a person of not very many words, except for my wife. I think she would contend with that one a little bit, but babe, I love you, thank you. Will, I want to thank you first and foremost for this opportunity and this honor. I really appreciate the invitation. Ange and all the hard work you do with Rhythm Rhythms and the community, thank you very much. My wife, I thank you for everything that you do, stand beside, and my two kids, Alexis and Austin, love you very much, thank you. I really want to appreciate everybody here in Linn County because we are a very big veteran community, and everywhere I go, people will stop and say thank you for everything, and that little thank you means a whole lot to soldiers such as myself and everybody in the community, and again, that part is so much, and this is very humbling. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much.
So, again, thank you, Sergeant Mishra. I'd like to introduce now Mr. Kevin Nygren. Kevin Nygren's with the American Legion Post 10 in Albany. We all know about them. He'd like to say a few words on behalf of other veterans and make a small presentation.
Sergeant Major Mishra, your actions in Operation Medusa embody the very principles that the Legion holds in high regard. And we are so privileged to be able to pay tribute to you. Which is why, on behalf of Albany Post 10 and the American Legion, I am honored to be able to present this plaque and this honorary membership to you for your outstanding patriotism and selfless service. Thank you for all you've done for this great country, the state of Oregon, and the city of Albany.
Thank you!
So, the Linn County Fair Board has a couple things for you in Linn County. We've got some sponsors who've come up to the table. So we've got a package for you and your family to both the Oregon Jamboree and the Willamette Speedway. And so know that there are other organizations that want to recognize you and the symbol you are to this community of all the men and women who voluntarily put on our nation's uniform. I thank you, sir. So, ladies and gentlemen, Three Dog Night's about to begin. I love Three Dog Night. They're almost as old as I am. Thank you again to Sergeant Major Mishra for your service and example. You are the best and brightest of our country, our county, and our whole world to see men and women that serve like him. I have a new sponsor we're trying to bring on board. I'd like to thank Home Depot. This is their first time being a sponsor this year, and we greatly appreciate Home Depot. And Homer gave me a couple Frisbees. All right, now I'd yell incoming, but it has a different meaning for some of you, so I'll yell heads. One more time, heads. That one may come back in the VIP section, heads. Okay, a little high. All right, so I thank you all for coming. I hope you join me in appreciating all that American servicemen and women do for our nation. We thank you, the Fair Board, for coming today. Have a great night.